a woman named Ash Trevino becomes one of the more perverse additions to TikTok Live.
Imagine this. You're scrolling through TikTok, and there she is, Ash Trevino, live streaming her life like it's a reality show. But it's not just any show, it's one where personal boundaries are blurred beyond recognition. She makes her daughters call convicted killers daddy, and one of these killers isn't just any criminal, he murdered two girls.
And on the pavement, they find two bodies, laying there soaked in blood. Two teenage girls, 13-year-old Elizabeth Juarez and 19-year-old Eviana Cortez.
Now, before you think this is some twisted true crime documentary, hold up. This is the real-life, jaw-dropping story of Ash Trevino, a TikToker who once had it all, but managed to lose the internet's trust, her daughter's respect, and, let's be honest, probably her own sense of reality. With every scandalous post, every shocking reveal,
She just sits there at her makeup desk on the phone talking to her boyfriend. And you're just listening to them talk.
Ash pushed the limits of what it means to seek fame online, but in the end, the consequences were too heavy to ignore.
To end that life. She stole one of my biggest gifters, bro, and I don't think—
Stick around, because you won't believe how this story unfolds. Ash Trevino didn't set out to be a viral sensation. She started like many others in the momfluencer space, posting about her life, her kids, her endless hustle of juggling motherhood and online fame. She quickly gained traction on TikTok. For a while, she was just another mom sharing daily routines, recipes, and those seemingly perfect snapshots of family life. You know the type. The ones who make you feel like you're slacking when you see them homeschooling their kids while making a homemade gluten-free organic smoothie. But then, Ash did what few others had the guts to do. She crossed the line, and then she danced on it. The content Ash posted began to feel less like a family vlog, and more like an unfiltered reality TV show. She shared intimate moments that most people would keep behind closed doors, every emotional breakdown, every argument, every tear-filled fight, and every awkward, embarrassing moment. If it happened, it went online. The rawness was undeniably captivating, but it quickly became uncomfortable. While some praised her refreshing honesty, others began to wonder where the line between authenticity and exploitation was. Was she truly being real, or was she using her life's chaos for views and attention, regardless of the cost?
CPS, you have to have actual proof that they're in an unfit condition, right? You do understand that, right? For those of y'all that love to call CPS on me, y'all do understand. You have to have proof that my kids are in harm's way, my kids are this, my kids are that, y'all.
While other creators kept their kids out of the spotlight, or gave them the option of choosing, Ash made no such distinction. She filmed everything, including her two daughters, and often gave viewers an inside look at their chaotic lives.
He knows smell well.
Mom, I just threw up.
You just threw up? Why?
I just threw up.
You're lying.
Let me throw up.
I smell like you or what? I'm just kidding.
Instead of crafting an image of the perfect family, Ash built an image of a family living in chaos, and the internet loved it. The more personal the content, the more followers she gained. But the question quickly became, at what cost? If you thought the oversharing was the most shocking part of Ash Trevino's life, then buckle up, because this is where it takes a dark turn. Ash didn't just get attention for being a mom with a camera. She got the world's attention for dating criminals. And not just any criminals, killers.
One of them is named Francisco, and the live stream is set up to face her. She's got him on speakerphone on a separate phone, and she's all giggly.
You'd think a person would stop and think, maybe this is a red flag. But Ash, she went all in. One of her most talked about relationships was with a man in prison, a convicted murderer who had been behind bars for the brutal killing of two women.
He is connected to 3 separate murders, 4 assault cases, 1 case of tampering with a witness. The prosecutors wrote this about him. Given the defendant's brutal course of conduct and disregard for human life, the defendant clearly presents a substantial likelihood of danger to the entire community. He is in prison, but somehow, that is exactly what TikToker Ash Trevino wants in a romantic partner.
Yes, you heard that right. She decided it was a good idea to bring this individual into her life, despite his violent history, and not just as a brief fling. No, she made him a central figure in her life, and, incredibly, her kids lives too.
And that is what he is in jail for. This is the person that TikToker, if you can even call her that, viral train wreck Ash Trevino is dating and is live streaming, talking to on the phone while he's in prison for these crimes.
The internet couldn't handle it. People were baffled, disgusted, and in some cases, downright horrified. But Ash continued to post about their relationship, even making her followers aware that they were in constant communication, love letters, phone calls, the whole thing. And to top it off, she made it clear she had no shame about it. Her TikTok and Instagram pages were flooded with comments that ranged from supportive to absolutely furious. But Ash seemed to thrive on the attention. It didn't matter if it was love or hate. In fact, it only added fuel to the fire. The question is, how did things escalate from here? By now, the cracks in Ash's parenting were painfully obvious, and things had begun to spiral out of control. But what really shocked everyone was when Ash's own daughter tried to escape. Yes, in a situation that felt straight out of a reality TV show, her daughter decided that enough was enough, and attempted to flee from the chaos that had become her life. Now, let's take a second to think about this. Imagine growing up in a home where your mom not only overshares every single intimate moment online, but also invites convicted criminals into your personal space. It's not exactly the ideal environment for a child. And for Ash's daughter, the final straw came when the emotional toll of living in the public eye, coupled with her mom's increasingly erratic behavior, became too much to bear. The escape attempt didn't just highlight Ash's failure as a mother, it underscored the mental and emotional damage her daughter was dealing with. The sheer desperation to get away from it all painted a sad picture of how deep the dysfunction had gone. Ash's followers were split. Some thought it was an overreaction, but others sympathized with the daughter, seeing it as a cry for help. Ash didn't back down. Instead, she continued to make her daughter's trauma a spectacle for social media, further exposing her lack of boundaries and any privacy at all. At this point, it was clear, this family's reality was becoming a nightmare, one that Ash seemed determined to keep broadcasting. As Ash's controversial actions piled up, the public's patience began to wear thin. What started as curiosity quickly turned to disgust. The tipping point came when Ash posted an explicit mirror selfie that went viral. While many influencers pushed boundaries, this felt different, more desperate and cringe-worthy. The image, shared with little regard for its impact on her daughters, sent shockwaves through her fanbase. Fans who once defended her now felt betrayed, and the unfollows began to stack up. In the wake of the scandal, Ash's once thriving TikTok following dwindled. Social media, which had built her fame, was now slowly tearing her down. But instead of backing off, Ash doubled down, leaning into the drama. Yet, the more she broadcasted her chaos, the more the public turned on her. Her online presence, once a source of income and attention, became the thing that led to her downfall. The collapse was inevitable.
Am I the only one who hasn't had Ashley Trevino show up on their For You page in a minute now? I guess she fell off.
Ash Trevino's rise and fall is a story that serves as a stark warning. In the age of social media fame, what initially attracted people to her, her unapologetic personality, shocking content, and the chaotic elements of her life, eventually became her undoing. Ash's willingness to overshare, especially when it came to her daughters, blurred the line between personal and public life in the most unhealthy ways. In a world where influencers are increasingly held accountable for their actions, Ash's disregard for boundaries and her children's well-being made her an easy target for backlash. Her attempts to stay relevant by dating convicted killers, sharing intimate details about her family's dysfunction, and continuously pushing the envelope only amplified her controversies. What might have started as edgy content turned into exploitation and self-destruction. The worst part, her daughters, who were victims of this toxic cycle, became a part of the spectacle, causing many to question Ash's priorities. In the end, Ash became a cautionary tale of the dangers of using your personal life for fame and validation. It's a reminder that fame built on controversy doesn't last and, in some cases, it destroys the very relationships and values that should matter most. Ash's downfall isn't just a personal tragedy, it's a cautionary tale for anyone looking for quick fame, at the cost of their integrity. And there you have it, Ash Trevino, once a rising star on TikTok, has become a cautionary tale of fame gone wrong. Her story highlights the dangers of oversharing, exploiting family for clout, and disregarding boundaries in the pursuit of internet fame. Ash's downfall serves as a harsh reminder that the pursuit of likes and followers can come at a personal cost, especially when it involves the people you love the most. If you found this video eye-opening, and want to see more stories of internet fame, controversy, and the rise and fall of viral personalities, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We dive deep into the chaos of digital culture every week, so stay tuned for more shocking tales. Drop a comment below. What do you think? Was Ash's downfall inevitable, or could she have turned things around? Let us know. Until next time.